Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Molson, Canada's name in beer since 1786. Brewers of Molson Golden. Canadian General Electric, progress for people since 1882. Canadian Tire Dealers with 320 stores to serve.
2-0 in the best-of-5 elimination round. 2-1 and 6-0 losers in Buffalo. Vancouver came out flying. Bob Mano gave the Canucks the lead for the first time in the series, beating Don Edwards with only the second shot of the game. 3 minutes later, 20-year-old Gary Lupul scored his first ever playoff goal. The youngster showing great anticipation and perfect position for the rebound. Then, what looked like disaster struck for Vancouver. The redhead, the franchise, Glenn Hanlon, starting his first ever playoff game, was forced to leave the game with a broken bone in his shoulder. Gary Bromley replaced Hanlon and was nothing short of outstanding. In the third period, Vancouver go in front 5-2. Oli Brassar picking up a drop pass from another Canuck Swede, Thomas Gradin, and beating Don Edwards high. As it turned out, that was a key goal because the Sabres came roaring back with 2 quick markers from Tony McKegney and Richard Martin. Martin's third goal of the playoffs with just over a minute to go. But Vancouver held on to win it 5-4. There was controversy in last night's game. It's alleged that Tiger Williams two-handed Scotty Bowman over the head, sending the Sabres coach to the floor unconscious. Bowman recovered and came back, but the Sabres as a team never fully recovered. The league has since suspended Tiger Williams, so Vancouver will play Game 4 without the Tigers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Armitage with a welcome to Stanley Cup 80 from Vancouver, where tonight the Canucks take on the Buffalo Sabres in Game 4 of their best-of-5 elimination series. And now let's meet the remainder of our telecast crew with their pregame predictions.
I'm Jim Robson, and I think the talent of the Buffalo Sabres and Vancouver's loss of Glenn Hanlon and Tiger Williams will mean Buffalo will end this series tonight.
I'm Ted Reynolds. Jim Robson's watched every game these two clubs have played against each other since 1970 when they entered the league at the same time, and I'm not going to argue with him.
Hi, I'm Howie Meeker. Obviously, Buffalo has the most talent, and I just don't think there's any way in the world that the Vancouver Canucks can fox them into losing their control 2 nights in a row. Tonight has to be a Buffalo win.
I'm Dave Pratt, and I look to the Vancouver Canucks to win tonight. 2 tired teams performing, not much hitting as we saw last night, but a tough hockey game.
With the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers eliminated from further Stanley Cup playoff action, the Montreal Canadiens and the Vancouver Canucks are the only 2 Canadian teams left in the hunt for the Stanley Cup. The Montreal Canadiens were expected to have an easy time in the opening round. The Vancouver Canucks were expected to have a tough and possibly short series. Well, we're here in Game 4. It can either end tonight or go to a 5th game in Buffalo on Monday night. Stanley Cup playoff coverage will return in just a moment.
Number 1's turning his lawn boy into a leaf shredder.
Vancouver's Pacific Coliseum as the fans file in to watch Game 4 of the series. I'm Jim Robson with the Hockey Night in Canada crew. The vendors at work, and there's the Pacific Coliseum. It will not be full tonight, but it's already had a bit of an incident as a spectator was just removed from back of the Buffalo bench for a verbal attack on Scotty Bowman, who is the center of attention after an unfortunate incident involving Tiger Williams, who's been suspended, as you heard in our opening, and is not in the Vancouver lineup tonight.
Jim, some clown went down wearing a green sweater and started berating the coach of the Buffalo team, Scotty, who you see there alongside his assistant, Jim Roberts, but the ushers got him out of here very quickly.
The officials have lined up at center ice. The starters on the blue line. Here's Richard Loney to sing "O Canada." the officials working for tonight's hockey game. Let's find out who they are.
I'm Ron Hogarth, referee for tonight's game, and I'm from Barrie, Ontario.
I'm Swede Knox. I'm linesman for tonight's game, and I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
Kevin Collins from Springfield, Massachusetts, and I'm a linesman for tonight's game.
There's Bob Sauve in goal for Buffalo. Shared the Vezina Trophy with Don Edwards. Sauve's excellent year, 2.36 average on the season. And there's Gary Bromley, a former Buffalo Sabre. His average, you see, posted is 4 this series. And he's getting the work with Glenn Hanlon, who started last night out of the lineup with a bad shoulder. Will not be available for any more playoff action. Bromley's appeared in all the games of the series now. Playing away in the Buffalo zone. That's Richie Dunn from behind the net. Off the boards to Craig Ramsey. The Sabres in their road blue uniforms with gold and white. The Canucks in the home yellow with red and black as Craig Ramsey moves in on Mano. Craig Ramsey going for the front of the net. From behind the goal, centered the puck. Perreault just failed to pick it up. Perreault has the puck again. Checked by Snet. Neal steered the puck out. Schoenfeld with the puck. His fellow defenseman, number 3, is Richie Dunn. Up front, the Sabres have Perreault, Craig Ramsey, and Rick Sealing. This is Schoenfeld putting the puck in, racing in after it. Bromley comes out of the net, plays the puck around to the boards. Craig Ramsey kept it in as he's hit by Smeal. And Smeal knocked Ramsey's helmet off. And the play goes on as the puck flies back in Buffalo territory. The Canucks started with Green, Smeal, and Fraser, and they make a line change on the fly, although Gradine is still out there. This is Tony McKechnie of Buffalo with the puck. Joined by Derek Smith. Danny Gare, the third man on the line. Loose puck at center. Mike Ramsey after. Poked away by Hughes. Tripped up by Ramsey. Crowd yelling for a penalty. Hogarth obviously did not see it. McCarthy to Hughes on the Vancouver defense. The pass eludes Rota. Icing called on Vancouver.
Tremendous amount of feeling in this game, as you can see, if anybody looks sideways at anybody else. And both teams feel it. Both teams hope that it won't affect them too much. But all of the happenings, most of them taking place really with involving that man, Scotty Bowman, and a great deal of it after the game when Scotty expressed a great many opinions. And there's a lot of feeling. And, of course, then this afternoon, the Vancouver Canucks found out that they had lost Tiger Williams with the suspension. Scotty has been very calm since arriving here at the building, and Jim talked to him for a long time this afternoon, but he figures it was his word against Williams, and his word was approved.
Williams, a one-game suspension, out of the lineup. Buffalo in possession of the puck. Larry Playfair's number 27. The other defenseman for Buffalo, rookie Mike Ramsey, number 23. This is Jerry Butler shooting right on, and Sauve. Here's the front by Hughes. Sauve stopped that. Hughes goes to the puck again. His pass is blocked. Gare coming out. Now to McKechnie. 3 Sabres to center. Gare is going to the front of the net. McKechnie shot. Stopped by Bromley, who covers up the puck. Then Hughes hits McKechnie a little late. And the sticks come up again. And it's a lot of feeling early in the hockey game. Now Gare and McCarthy are squaring off. And Rota looks pretty hot down there. Howie?
This is shaping up that it could be just a continuation of what went on in the third period last night. And if that's so, from the toughness point of view, it's not going to be too good. But the other plus part is Gary Bromley was just sensational when he came into the game to start the second period after Glenn Hanlon was hurt. He held the Canucks in the game until they got 2 quickies on him late in the period, third period.
From the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, this is Stanley Cup 80.
Open wide.
Huh?
Just checking for night fever. Hey, you're smooth.
You're right.
Yeah. I've always said when it's golden, you go for it.
I've always said when you've got it, hang on to it.
You sure you wouldn't rather be up there dancing?
All that glitter isn't golden.
Aha, medium rare.
You shouldn't let something this good pass you by. When it's golden, you go for it.
There is Darcy Rhoda in for slashing. He's from British Columbia, the Caribou area, and they're from the Kootenays. Nelson is the team captain. Danny Gare of Buffalo, he's also in. They both got 2 minutes.
Slashing Miners to Gare and Rhoda at 1:49 of this scoreless first period. Buffalo leads the series 2-1 after winning 2-1 and 6-0 in Buffalo. Last night, Vancouver won 5-4 here. Play in the Canucks zone as the teams are 5 aside. Puck is dumped out to center by Bob Mano. The Sabres now controlling their own zone as Schoenfeld is tied up on the boards by Mano. Andre Savard in the Buffalo lineup for the first time in the series is out there, number 12. Number 6 is Schoenfeld as the puck is controlled by John Van Boxmeer. Chased by Mano back of the net. Picked up by Brassard now as the pass slides off of Schoenfeld's stick at center. This is Ole Brassard with the puck to Harold Steps, dumping it in. Mano going into forecheck. Sauvé stops the puck back of the net. Mano ran over him, back of the goal. Puck left loose in the corner. Schoenfeld puts it on the boards, and Savard clears it to the line, and it's brought out now by Rick Sealing, one-on-one on Steps. The shot hits Steps. Sealing recovered the puck. Still in the Vancouver zone, so Don Luce centering it. Oh, it went off of Lindgren's skate, and there was Schoenfeld unchecked in front of the Vancouver goal. Lars Lindgren goes to the puck. Missed the first 2 games of the series with a bad wrist, but is in the lineup for these 2 in Vancouver. Bob Mano with the puck. No score in the game. Dumping it in as the teams make a change. Dunn from behind the net with the puck. Over to Van Boxmeer, formerly with Montreal and Colorado. Ran into Hughes and went down. Berdine gets the puck. 3.5 minutes gone, no score. A lot of feeling early in the game. Kevin McCarthy rushing with the puck to Stan Smeal. He shoots. Good stop by Sauvé on Smeal as the puck is held to stop the play.
Well, that's one thing the Vancouver Canucks have to get is, I think, a little bit of distraction. That was, I'm sure, engineered by Coach Harry Neal last night, another Bowman affair. But outside of that, Stan Smeal hasn't been the effective, the hard-working, the goal-scoring, the point-getting forward that he has been for Vancouver all year long. They need some offensive effort from him tonight.
Gradine, and there's Don Luce, an expert face-off man against Gradine, and Luce wins the draw. 12 seconds left in the penalties to Darcy Rhoda and Danny Gare, the 2 number 18s in the penalty box. Craig Ramsey bumped it center by McCarthy as they stood up to the collision. Hughes plays the puck out of his own zone, back across to Thomas Gradine, and there comes Gare and Rhoda back on the ice as Bill Height passes to Gare, coming in on Hughes. Gare cutting to the net. Shot on the short side, stopped by Bromley. Puck on the inboards. Gare centers it. Craig Ramsey shot is blocked. Puck came loose. Don Luce threw it in front. It slides to the boards. Hughes goes to it there. That's Fraser ahead of him taking the pass. Kurt Fraser lost the rolling puck. Penalty indicated for a slash behind the play. A Buffalo penalty will be called by Ron Hogarth in the heat of the early action. It's still a scoreless hockey game. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver.
Harris sits in the penalty box, wondering about it all. The Canucks have a man advantage.
Luce slash Thomas Gradine. The time of the penalty is 4:15 of this scoreless first period. Mano back for the puck. Vancouver with a man advantage. Have had a very weak power play all season. Ended the year 20th in the NHL in percentage. In this series, 1 power play goal in 11 opportunities. Height breaks up the play. Now Gradine dumps it in. Savard back to get the puck. His first action of the series. Plays it on the board. Smeal intercepts. Centers it. Back to the point. Mano shoots. Missed the net. Stan Smeal with the puck. To Ivan Boldarev. To the point to Lars Lindgren. To Boldarev. Gradine's in front of the net. The pass across. Partially blocked by Savard. Smeal checked by Height. Mano barely kept it onside. Lindgren kept it onside. His shot is blocked. Boldarev centering it. A shot stopped by Sauvé on Smeal. Mano tripped over Smeal going for the puck. Height scoops it off the boards and gets it out. Hectic action in front of Bob Sauvé, who shut out the Canucks in the second game of the series, 6-0. Gradine starting out, 52 seconds left of the Buffalo penalty to Luce. Sabres with excellent penalty killing all season long. Second best in the league in percentages. And of course, Luce and Ramsey do most of it, and it's Don Luce serving a penalty right now. But Craig Ramsey is out there. Mano standing behind the goal with the puck. Van Boxmeer up front with Craig Ramsey killing the penalty. Rhoda tips the puck in. That's Brent Ashton going after it. Behind the net, the pass misses Lupul. Craig Ramsey cleared the puck down the ice. 16 seconds left in the penalty to Luce. Kevin McCarthy back for the puck. McCarthy from Winnipeg, the former Philadelphia Flyer. To Brent Ashton. Ran over a Buffalo player as he ran into Mike Ramsey and knocked him down, but the puck went around on the boards and it scooped down the ice. And the Sabres are back at full strength as you saw Luce come out of the penalty box. No score. 6:20 played in the first period. Darcy Roto with the puck. Dumping it in. Mike Ramsey back after it. Overskates it. Lupo lost the puck. Out comes Rick Martin. Joining him is Perreault. Perreault takes the pass. Shoots. Missed the far corner with a hard shot. Two explosive players. Rick Martin and Gilbert Perreault on that rush. Hughes back of the net. Took a check from Martin. Puck went around on the boards to Ashton. Failed to get it out. Ramsey shot. Caught and held by Bromley.
There's a fellow who's going to have an awful lot of responsibility tonight.
This is Stanley Cup 80 from Vancouver.
Look, this is a lucky shamrock, like the one you see in.
Face off in Vancouver territory. Perreault and Boldarev. And you heard the linesman yell, get that stick down. At least somebody yelled it. And you'll see a lot of cheating on the face-off. Boldarev is waved out. So we'll see how Brassard, I think it was the referee Hogarth who yelled. You heard it. Rick Martin shot, hit a leg, bounces wide. Mano plays it around on the boards. Playfair goes to the puck. Put it behind the Vancouver goal. Perreault centering it. Steered away by Jerry Butler. Ivan Boldarev getting the puck. Rink wide for Butler. Coming out on the right wing. Overskates the puck. Rick Martin scoops it back in for Buffalo. Smith chasing it to the corner. Around to Mano. Martin goes in to check him. Puck came around on the boards. Butler failed to get it out. Young Mike Ramsey kept it in, and he's been a very impressive young defenseman for the Sabres. Rick Martin has the puck again. Bumped by Butler along the boards. From the point, Ramsey's shot is handled by Bromley. Mano to Brassard. To Boldarev. Butler's on right wing, taking the pass. Takes the shot. And Sauvé standing up all the way, saw it and easily stopped it. Brassard for Boldarev, intercepted, cleared to center ice. Jerry Butler dumping it back in as he's bumped by Rick Martin and the sticks come up away from the play. No score, nearing the 8-minute mark, first period. Now Rick Dudley with the puck, dumping it in the Vancouver zone. Sneal backboard, banks it off the boards to Lindgren. Lindgren from behind his own goal, put it off the boards to center. That's Van Boxmeer to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld rushing with the puck, dumping it in. Gare racing in after it against Brassard. Gare tried to center it and went to the corner. Lindgren after it there. Derek Smith goes in to check him. McKechnie comes out with the puck. To Gare. His shot. Oh, it hit Bromley's foot. He didn't see it. It hit his skate. Gare almost broke the scoreless tie. Gradine just failed to get loose at center as Gare gets the puck. Gradine got his stick on it, puts it in the Buffalo zone. Schoenfeld turning with the puck. Forechecked by Kurt Fraser, who took him to the end boards. This is Field coming in on goal. Right in, he shoots. Sauvé made a good save. He held his ground on the short side, and Spiel had no place to put the puck. 11-12 left in the first period, no score. Puck in the Vancouver zone. Lindgren gets back to it, hands it away. Gere shoots. Bromley stopped it, covered up the puck. Good action. The score, Vancouver nothing, Buffalo nothing. This is Stanley Cup 80. There's Chris Othelsson of the Vancouver Canucks, who's seen limited action the last couple of games because of a badly bruised hip suffered in Game 2. But he's out there to face off against Savard. Team's at full strength. He's only had 3 minor penalties. No scores yet as we near the midway mark of the first period. Savard lost control of the puck, and the play is called offside as he took in Lupo. And there's some extra activity between Savard and Lupo as they all push in at every opportunity.
I don't think much will happen. Ottliffson did play a lot more last night than anybody had expected him to. And though the Canucks were beaten in the face-off department overall 56-43 by Buffalo, Chris did his best. He got 10 of 18 face-offs he took. Perreault led Buffalo with 6 of 17, but Ottliffson did his job, even though Buffalo got more of the face-offs, particularly in the Vancouver end of the building.
And Howie, that's such a key part of the game.
It certainly is, and as long as you win them and get control or get that puck and get it out of your zone, you're not going to get hurt too much.
And here we see Savard waved away as Ottliffson now faces off against Perreault, and the Sabres wind up in possession. Schoenfeld in his own zone with the puck. Rink wide of Van Boxmeer. Ahead for Savard, tipping it in the Canuck zone. McCarthy back to get the puck. In goes Perot to tie him up back in the Vancouver goal. The puck went around to John Hughes, to Gary Lupul, who lost it in his own zone. Got it back, failed to get it out. Now here's Rick Martin trying a shot. He's knocked down from behind by Ashton. Perot centering the puck. It went in behind the goal off of Bromley's stick. This is John Hughes with the puck. Putting it high, didn't get it out. It was knocked out of the air with a high stick, so that'll stop the play.
Well, it's obvious what Scotty Bowman's doing. He's putting his best on. Perot is being double-shifted. Martin double-shifted. That kid Mike Ramsey on defense double-shifted. They're getting the puck into the Vancouver Canucks zone, and there's a mastermind, Scotty Bowman, contemplating what's going to happen, and he's going after that first goal by getting the puck in the Canucks zone, and after that, sending three-man in and pinching. The defense are moving in and pinching, and that's the key. They want that first goal, and they're going to get it if they keep applying the pressure.
Just saw why the play was stopped as the puck was hit with a stick above the shoulder, and it went to a Buffalo player. Bob Mano leads the puck back to the net, now starts out with it. Mano from Niagara Falls. On the left boards to Rota. It's centered to Butler, moving into the Buffalo zone, but Rota couldn't handle the pass as he was checked by Gare. Ivan Bolderev after the puck, put it high, just missed the referee. This is Rota from behind the net, centering it. Bob Mano winding up. He shoots, hit the post. Bob Mano hit the goalpost. And Asovi, I don't think, saw the shot in the traffic. This is Derek Smith moving in on Smith. Smith with a lot of moves, coming in on goal. Trying to shovel it in front. Gare checked by Bolderev. The puck goes to Rota. Darcy Rota, formerly with Chicago and Atlanta, got it to Jerry Butler, who's hit hard by Mike Ramsey, who's going to get a penalty for charging. Mike Ramsey will get the penalty. Stanley Cup 80 will continue in a moment.
Anybody want to play around the clock?
Gee, I'd get tired after a couple hours. First, you have to start with a double.
Can I just stick with my golden?
Yeah. Hi, what's your sign?
Excellent.
Why is it some chicks can't take yes for an answer?
How do you feel about Darcy? Oh, about the same as please.
It's all on the wrist.
It's all in the glass.
The point of this commercial? When it's a good, smooth golden, you go for it.
Mike Ramsey here almost puts Butler right into the Buffalo bench and gets called for charging, and one is not surprised by that, you could say.
I'm glad the stick didn't come up and hit anybody at the bench, Howie.
We've had enough of that. I don't hear anybody singing happy birthday to the referee either.
No, that's right. Ron Hogarth is 32 years old today, and he's handling a game with a rather explosive atmosphere, but handling it very tightly and at this stage in full control. 9:20 left in the first period, no score. Vancouver have the man advantage for the second time in the period, and they've only had one power play goal in the series, and that was last night in their 5-4 victory. Bolderev with the puck. This is Ole Brasso bringing it in on the defense. Shot the puck in. Schoenfeld shoots it out. Brasso chasing it, shouted by Don Luce. Those two expert penalty killers for the Sabres in action out there. Number 10, Craig Ramsey. Number 20, Don Luce. Darcy Rota moving in on goal. Pushed off stride. Rod react to every check. The puck bounces off Rota to Schoenfeld. Now this is Craig Ramsey with Luce. They're 2-on-2, and they can do things while shorthanded. They're a threat to score. Ramsey poke checked at the last minute. Bill Hike kept the puck in. Gary Bromley leaves it for Bob Mano. 8:30 left. First period, no score. Buffalo leads the series 2-1. Vancouver battling to survive and prolong it to a 5th game Monday. Mano with the puck. Setting it up. Back to Brassard. To the right point to Stan Schmiel. Shoots the puck that's blocked. Lupul couldn't pick up control of the puck. Schoenfeld from behind the net drives it off the boards and down the ice. There's 40 seconds left in the penalty to Mike Ramsey for charging at 10:35. Brassard to McCarthy to Gradine coming in on Schoenfeld, who bumped it. Sauvé put the puck off the boards. It came to the line, not out. Brassard kept it in, but it goes right back to Rick Sealing, who scoops it up into the crowd. Okay, you've got the puck.
Certainly the Vancouver Canucks have to get a goal and have to get it early, because I don't think they can continue to count on Bromley to the extent that they have. It's been quite some time since I've seen the Vancouver Canucks skate as well as they're skating tonight. It's the first time that they look like that they belong in a skating form in the same ice as the Buffalo Sabres.
That's the guy that has to do the skating for them. That's Thomas Gradin. And he set up a beauty last night for his fellow Swede, Brasser.
There's Bob Sauvé, who looked so cool and solid in the nets. He was a first-round draft choice the same year that his goaltending teammate Don Edwards was a fifth-round draft choice. Two excellent young goaltenders that got the Vezina Trophy. Of course, that is a team trophy, really, and the Sabres won it convincingly. Lupo at center with the puck with only 5 seconds left in the power play. Now to Brett Aston. His shot just hit the outside of the post. Sauvé got a piece of it, then it hit the outside of the goal post. Mike Ramsey's out of the penalty box. Buffalo back in full strength. From behind the net, Aston fell, reaching for the puck. Big Larry Playfair. Now to Gilbert Perreault. To Rick Martin. Neatly checked by Odlinson. Couldn't get loose. Lupo comes up with the puck. Lupo coming in. First shot. Sauvé blocked it with his pad. Odlinson shoots. Oh, went high as Sauvé was knocked down in front. The play is stopped. There's going to be penalties to Perreault and Odlinson, I believe. Off in the corner. It looks like they got involved in a little fencing, and I think they'll both go to the penalty box. Live from the Pacific Coliseum, the Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 4.
Are the players who've received the penalties. Odlinson sitting there in the penalty box, and Perreault were away from the play, actually. That was taking place right in front of the net where Sauvé was dumped. But the referee spotted them for high sticking, so they're 5 aside again.
13:06, the time of the penalties to Perreault and Odlinson. So that means now we have just under 7 minutes left in the first period. There's no score. The teams are 5 aside. Rick Sealing ran into a check from Hughes. The puck came loose to Don Luce. His pass went off the skate, brought in offside, as everyone in the building helped the linesman make the call. And the Pacific Coliseum seats 15,620, but it's not full tonight.
I asked Jim Roberts, the assistant coach of the Sabres before the game, if they'd approach it any differently tonight.
We come into last night's game thinking we'd win it. We're coming in tonight thinking we're going to win this one. We just got to go out there, play our game of hockey, and not get emotionally involved with what happens outside the game, and try to come off the ice at the end of the game with a win.
Jimmy Roberts has been through a lot of playoff activity, of course, over 100 games in Stanley Cup play as a player, and now part of the Buffalo coaching staff with Scotty Bowman and Roger Nielsen. Roberts at the bench wearing that headset as Roger Nielsen talks to him from the press box upstairs. Sabres starting out of their own zone. Richie Dunn back to Bill Height. Now Rick Sealing from Elmira, Ontario, running in to John Hughes. Here's a quick shot that went wide as Height missed the target. This is Hughes with the puck by himself into the Buffalo zone. Taken to the side by Dunn. Dunn winds up with the puck. Neal moves in to check in. Height in possession now. Neal went at him, bumped him near the corner, and took him to the ice. No score in the game. Danny Gare in on Snett. Gare coming in on goal. Snett stayed with him and broke up the play effectively. Took him to the boards. And that was a dangerous move by Gare, who had 56 goals in the regular season. Here's another chance for the Sabres as Snett has his hands full along the boards. Checking Van Buck. Here's a shot by Schoenfeld. Blocked. Oh, the puck rolled off the leg right in front. Going to be penalties in front of the net. Snetz and Gare were involved. I think Snetz is going to get the penalty as you look at Big Harold. And he was working over Gare in front of the net, and Snetz will get the penalty.
They had a pretty good joust earlier on, and then right in front of the net where that Gare does its great work, Snetz gets called by the referee who was standing right beside him. So there are 18 seconds left in the other penalties. Snetz has gone in for 18 seconds. There will be 5 men against 4, and then Buffalo will have the man advantage. So you can bet that it is 18 seconds at least when he comes off the penalty bench. Perreault, who's been flying in the early part of this period, will be out there against that fellow Bromley, who really has all the pressure. His backup is a youngster who just turned 21 years of age, Ken Ellicott. Never played in the National Hockey League. In, of course, because Glenn Hanlon was injured last night. He's out of it. And just to repeat, in case you joined us late, Tiger Williams is not playing for Vancouver. He was suspended earlier today by the National Hockey League for an incident last night in which he allegedly swung his stick at that man, Scotty Bowman. No one seems to have really seen the incident.
Face-off in Vancouver territory. Derek Smith got the draw. This is John Van Boxmeer's shot. Deflects and calmly stops it. Rick Martin controlling the puck on the boards. Checked by Ole Brasser. Battle for the puck at the side of the net, and Lindgren clears it down the ice. Odlinson and Perreault come out of the penalty box. Now Buffalo with a man advantage, 6 against 5 with Sneps serving his slashing penalty, assist at 14:48. There's no score in the game. 4:44 left in the first period. Sabres with a very potent power play. Bouncing puck off the glass. Good save. They score on the rebound. Rick Martin backhands the rebound into the net. There's the all-important first goal.
And Jimmy, you and I were talking to Rick Martin down there before the game, and he's been around for quite a while. A very experienced, high-scoring player, #1 draft choice for this club, way back in '71, and he was really fired up.
Well, it had to be a very lucky goal because it was going around the boards, I would say close to 70 or 80 miles an hour, and it hit one of the posts that holds up the glass, and it came out right the side that it went in. That if you shot the puck 1,000 times, would never happen again.
There are the assists on the goal. Gare and Van Boxmeer assisting. 15:24 the time of the power play goal by Martin. And it's 1-0 Buffalo. There's a trip by Rhoda as he tripped up Mike Ramsey. Now the Sabres will get the goaltender Sauve to the bench. They have 6 attackers on the ice. Butler into check. Sauve has gone to the bench for a 6th attacker. A delayed penalty coming up to Rhoda of Vancouver. Sabres to the attack. Mike Ramsey shoots it in, but Sealing was offside and the play is stopped.
Well, they did get the 6th attacker out there, but they never really got going with it.
This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver.
Canadian Tire has the tires you need. Radial tires, snow tires, off-road tires, small tires, truck tires, tractor tires. We made our name selling quality tires at sensible prices, backed by our 5-year road hazard warranty. We can fit just about every kind of car or truck with the right tire at the right price.
We can do it. It's for people like you. Canadian Tire.
Bad penalty to take in that end of the building, Howie.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Ted. Certainly the Canucks just can't afford that type of penalty or the type of penalty that Harold Sneps took. The Buffalo Sabres have a very potent and a very talented power play, and if you give them half a foot, they're going to take a yard.
Up front, they've got 6 Schoenfeld, number 18 Gare, number 7 Martin, and on the points right now in their own zone. Perreault with the puck in the left point, number 3 Richie Dunn. Now he brings out the puck. Sabres with a man advantage. Martin ran into a check. It was an offside play. He got his stick up with Bob Mano and looked for a little extra action that didn't come. Martin, of course, having a fine series, now has 4 goals in the series. And in Stanley Cup play, he now has 22 goals in 52 games.
Martin went back to Dunn and said, please, no more passes like that. That's the type of pass. Look at Martin laughing.
That's a lookout pass.
Yeah.
Here comes lookout. Mano chasing the puck. Sneps and Gare bumped together. The puck went loose as Mano missed it. Sneps took a check on the boards. Schoenfeld to the point. Dunn couldn't keep it onside. He took his head up at the last minute and the puck went off his stick. 1:45 left in the penalty to Rhoda. Buffalo's leading 1-0 on Martin's power play goal. Mano breaks up the play at center and shoots the puck down the ice. Not dressed for the Sabres tonight are Rob McClanahan and Robert Mongrain, who played last night. As Lindy Ruff and Andre Savard get into the lineup tonight. In comes Perreault. Trip. Mano will get a penalty. Bob Mano for tripping Gilbert Perreault, and Vancouver will be 2 men short for 1 minute and 2 seconds.
He's got to be driving poor Harry Neal absolutely crazy. Both his own players, I would imagine, and the referee at this stage of the game. But you just can't do that against Buffalo. Bob Mano is now going in for this. Trip on Perreault. Will he scoop Perreault's left foot out right from underneath him, Howie?
I don't know how he had the nerve to complain. Not to me, what did I do?
The crowd is chanting, "We want a ref," but everybody in the country saw a trip by Mano. And there's Mano in the penalty box with Rhoda. So now the Sabres have a 2-man advantage as Gilbert Perreault is ready to go to work.
Well, with Perreault just flying down the center, your defense can't get caught standing in the blue line. Certainly they have to be backing up, because if they don't back up, he'll just either cause you to take a penalty or go around you like a hoop around a barrel.
Perreault has had great playoff statistics as well as league statistics. He's had a point a game in 52 playoff games over the years. Perreault at the point with the puck. To Gare. Martin's in front of the net. The pass went to Perreault. Moving in. Takes a shot. Bromley covering it up. And Gare was wrapped by McCarthy, and Gare glares at him there. Now they have a little verbal exchange over the shoulder of the linesman, Kevin Collins.
Well, if the Canucks get out of this, certainly it's going to be Bromley's doing, and he deserves a better fate than being down 1-0. He was just terribly exciting in his 2 periods that he played last night, and so far this evening he's played very, very well. I just wish he'd stand up a little more so he could get to that rebound a little quicker with his feet instead of trying to reach it when he's on his knees with his hands.
That's Derek Smith ready for this face-off in Vancouver territory. 49 seconds left in Rhoda's penalty. Bromley's doing a little stalling now to get a little break here. Equipment repairs, he's calling it. The referee often gives the goaltender a little break in this kind of situation.
Well, now Ottolifson has gone over to get something. I don't know what that was from the bench, and the referee calls him back into play. Ottolifson will take this crucial face-off against Smith, and Smith has been very good on face-offs.
Fine young hockey player, Derek Smith, who was a 10th round draft choice in 1974. Now he's waved out, and Perreault goes into face-off. Ottolifson won the draw to Smith. He got the puck down the ice. Big face-off. Ottolifson winning the draw. The score is 1-0 for Buffalo. There's 2:40 left in the first period. Sabres coming out. Still have a 2-man advantage for 35 seconds. McCarthy goes to the puck. Perreault knocked it out of the air with that quick stick. Perreault with the puck. Moving it on Smith. Dropped it to Derek Smith. Over to Richie Dunn. Across the Gary. Shoots. Bromley stopped it. McCarthy took off the rebound. Got the puck out. 12 seconds left in Rhoda's penalty. Of course, Mano's still in effect for another 1:10. Smith over the Vancouver line. Now to Perreault. Watched by Ottolifson and Smith. Centering the puck, it went across in front. Vancouver 1-man short now. Rhoda's on the ice. Gare with the puck. Coming in front. Bromley covered up the puck as Gare made one move too many there after some great moves coming out of the corner.
I think he spied Perreault just off the side of the net and tried to put it to him on his backhand, and as you said, he stick-handled once too often and lost the puck. Well, I'm just a little bit more heartened with Bromley and Harold Snips. I think we should take a look at that number 27, Harold Snips for the Vancouver Canucks. When he plays well, the Canucks usually win. He has a problem, though. He lacks a little consistency. However, he was great in Game 1 in Buffalo and just super here last night.
Big Harold Snips from Edmonton, a 4th-round draft choice. There he is. Canucks getting possession off another face-off in their own zone. Again, get the puck out. This could be a crucial stage early in the game, at least, with Vancouver trailing 1-0 and 2 men short through a spell. Now still a man down for 34 seconds. The time left in Mano's penalty. We're now late in the first period as Rick Dudley got to the Vancouver line, lost the puck. Then Boxmeer put it in. Snips going to the puck. Puts it around on the boards for Butler. He's tied up, couldn't get the puck. Van Boxmeer across at the line for Schoenfeld, but it bounces out. Schoenfeld to Craig Ramsey. Dumping it in. Snips knocks it down. Clears it out. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Mano. And the crowd here respond to Vancouver's penalty killing seconds left in the period. Van Boxmeer dumping it in. Butler goes in after it, bumping near the corner with Rick Sealing. Puck is steered out to center ice. Buffalo's dominated the play, although the shots are only 11-7 in Buffalo's favor. Hughes on the boards for Kurt Fraser, number 24, to Gradine. Tried to get it to Lindgren, but the play was broken up. John Hughes back for the puck, chased by McKechnie, who anticipates a pass, but Hughes went behind the net. Got the puck out to center ice. 24 seconds left in the period. Bromley taps it aside for Hughes, is on defense with Lindgren. Hughes putting it off the boards to Fraser, to Gradine, to Smeal, coming in with Gradine. Smeal shot, hit a leg. Oh, that hurts. Richie Dunn took it on the leg. Hughes couldn't reach it to keep it onside. Dunn is limping to the Buffalo bench. As Smeal hard, there's Dunn. Took a hard shot on the ankle from Smeal's shot. The buzzer goes and the first period is over. A good period of action as Bob Sauvé comes off the ice after shutting out Vancouver in the period. He faced 7 shots. Buffalo had 11 on Gary Bromley. One of them a goal by Rick Martin on a power play as the Canucks go to the dressing room. And there's Danny Gare, gone loose. Bob Sauvé as the Sabres head to their dressing room. 23 is young Mike Ramsey. There's Craig Ramsey, no relation. They spell their names differently. Quite a period. The score at the end of the first period, Buffalo 1, Vancouver 0.
After one period of play here at the Coliseum in Vancouver, the Buffalo Sabres are leading the Vancouver Canucks 1-0. Richard Martin scoring for the Sabres at 15:24, the opening period. The shots on goal in the first period, Buffalo 11, Vancouver 7. Well, we mentioned at the beginning of the game that only Vancouver and Montreal were left in playoff contention as far as Canadian teams are concerned. Let's go back to last night and find out how Toronto and the Edmonton Oilers were eliminated.
The strangest season in Toronto Maple Leaf history came to a disappointing end in Game 3 against the Minnesota North Stars, a young team that took a large step toward maturity with a series-sweeping victory on the road. The North Stars' first win in Toronto since October of 1976. The Leafs played what was undoubtedly their best game in this short series and had a 2-1 lead at the end of 2 periods, outshooting Minnesota during the first 40 minutes, which was really amazing the way the North Stars had handled them in Minnesota. But in the third period, the North Stars began to take charge. Tom McCarthy tied it up on a power play. Darryl Sittler in the penalty box, 1:04 mark of the third period. And then just 4 minutes later, Steve Kristoff, the first star of the game, took a pass from Mike Eaves, 2 U.S. college products, teaming up for the go-ahead goal. Kristoff, second of the night and third of the series. The Leafs seemed to be running out of gas until this play. John Anderson moving around Fred Barrett in on Joe Malash, who had come in to play goal for Minnesota late in the second period after an injury to starter Jerry Edwards. Now it's overtime. The Leafs and Minnesota. The Leafs had a chance at the other end just a moment ago. And now the North Stars take it in against Yuri Sirha in the Leaf net. Steve Payne to Kurt Giles. His shot is the original one. Al McAdams is the rebound. And Al McAdam, who just 2 nights earlier scored his first 2 goals ever in Stanley Cup play, gets one that is much bigger than those 2, one that puts the Minnesota North Stars into the Stanley Cup quarterfinals. And for the Leafs, this is the first loss ever since preliminary round action was introduced 6 years ago. They had won 5 previous short series, and they lose on home ice 3 straight to the Minnesota North Stars. This is Dave Hodge from Toronto.
It turned out to be quite a night at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton last evening. The Oilers opened up a 2-0 lead on the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 3 of their series, but it took the Flyers a period and a half of overtime to settle their score with the Edmonton Oilers. Ironically, it was Ken Linsman, who missed game number 2 because of illness, who scored the winner.
I caught some kind of intestinal virus or something. I lost about 8 or 9 pounds there before the game, so I was just too weak.
Let's look at the goal. You went down as you were going in. You were tripped up from behind, but still got it through. How did it get in?
I'll tell you the truth, I didn't see. I just seen it going towards the goalpost as the guy knocked me down. I think I hit the boards. That's all I seen.
Anyway, a big goal, and you take the Oilers 3 straight games.
You had some problems with the Oilers. They played pretty well, forced you to 2 overtime games.
Well, Ron Lowe there, he held them in the first game there, and we were lucky to win that game. And he played strong all the games, and their whole team worked hard. They're going to have a good hockey club.
From a Flyers' point of view, goaltending was excellent for your team tonight.
Yeah, Phil Muir, he's been holding us in for the last 2 months. He's had about 15 ties, and he's earned all of them, really. We're lucky that he's been strong again tonight. He held us in the whole first period.
Not unexpectedly, the Philadelphia Flyers, who posted the best record in the National Hockey League's overall standings in the season, getting by the Edmonton Oilers 3-0. But the Oilers had a pretty good series and a pretty good year overall.
Certainly was, John. Thank you very much for that excellent report. Here in Vancouver, the Canucks are still alive in their series against the Buffalo Sabres, but after 1 period, the Canucks are trailing Buffalo 1-0. Coming up next, the Bobsey twins. Babe Pratt and Howie Meeker will debate the Vancouver-Buffalo series. After 1 period of play here in Vancouver, the Canucks are trailing the Buffalo Sabres 1-0 in Game 4 of the best-of-5 elimination round. Well, with me now, I've got Babe Pratt and Howie Meeker, 2 gentlemen who have seen a lot of hockey in their time. And, gentlemen, I'd like to open this debate by going back to the comments that you made at the top of the game. Howie, you first. You said that Buffalo would win this game and the series. Why?
Well, first of all, if you own Buffalo and I own Vancouver, would you trade teams with me, Babe?
I wouldn't, no.
Okay, there
no, not with the talent, no.
Well, that's the other thing. Secondly, I'm not a confirmed Bromley believer. I have seen him play sensational goal, but he is not consistent. I don't think he can put 2 games back-to-back. Delightful, I am proven wrong. He had a super first period. If he keeps that up, I think maybe Babe could be right with his prediction.
Well, my prediction was how he was based on, I've never seen a team so demeaned and belittled that the fans left the building when Atlanta beat them something like 9-3, and then the Canucks, people were just leaving the place, at the end of the second period. And then they go right into Atlanta and play Monday night. Well, they went into Colorado and tied, and doubleheader, Atlanta was waiting for them, and they go right into Atlanta and whip them 5-2. And I felt that the Canucks showed an awful lot of character there. And now with Tiger out and Hanlon out, I thought they would come right back. And this game isn't over. It's only 1-0, And I just thought that, doggone it, this team can still show an awful lot of character by coming up with a win tonight. And this is what I based my thoughts on. When their backs were against the wall, it seemed when everybody was down on the Canucks, they come up with something big. And this is the way I felt about this club, and I felt this way about them all year. It just seems that when they're facing, I don't know what that word is, Steve would know, but nevertheless...
Face the devil.
But tonight they're facing elimination. So I just...
the devil,
there's no tomorrow. And this is probably what Harry Neal's telling them in there now. That there's no tomorrow. Let's get to it, guys. And you cannot do it in the penalty box. Howie, Buffalo have an awesome power play, and the Canucks don't have any power play to speak of, and yet they killed off 2 penalties in that period, and if they continue to kill off penalties and are able to peck away at them, get a goal here, maybe a goal there, they could still come out with a victory.
Howie, they haven't got Tiger Williams in the lineup. How much is that going to hurt the Vancouver Canucks?
Not a bit. I just think he's played terrible hockey. He's done more for them off the ice and in the dressing room than he has in the ice. I have seen him play excellent hockey in Toronto for the skills that the youngster has. He's excellent in his own end. He forechecks. He's a tough little guy. I just don't think... I haven't seen him play one good shift out here this year. I could be wrong. Babe said I should have picked him as a star last night because he helped them in the last 2 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you, how I feel about him is he's another one of those guys that in the dressing room, he's around there building them up and giving them like a cheerleader.
That's where he is tonight. That's where he's doing his best job.
No, and then last night, he did a terrific job, I thought, in the last period there. As you mentioned, killing off that penalty, and when they were down with 2 men off, and he came through, and I'll tell you, he is not the finesse type that you would like. Like, you start comparing a Tiger Williams with Martin and the Perreaults. Those guys are superstars. This guy is just an ordinary, good, sound hockey player, and he doesn't really have to take an awful lot of those penalties that he takes. But by and large, any guy that's called on to do what and he comes up with 30 goals in the season, that's a bonus for a guy on the second line or third line, although we've been playing him on the first line, and I don't think he is the type of guy that should ever be on any first line of any hockey club.
Babe, get us into the highlights. Get us into the highlights. I know you've got some highlights in that.
Yeah, well, we got a couple of highlights here of Stan Schmiel. But as I say, it's that guy that goes in first. Now, Stan has a real chance of coming out here. Shanefield had just given up the puck, and then he comes up with it again, gets it up to his forwards. Now, here's another nice play, Howie, at the other end, where Lindgren coughs it up. But he's being checked, and he coughs up the puck here. Lindgren will pick it up and pivot. And for some reason or other, he just gets checked here. Now, Garrett gets the chance. Garrett goes walking in. That's a real good shot. Bromley comes up with a terrific save and stops the play.
He never usually or normally challenges the shooter like he did there, but if he will come out, stay on his feet, and make that first save, then go fishing for the rebound on his feet, he could.
This is what makes him this is what makes him a good goalie, Howie. When he challenges the guys, when he stands in that net, there's pucks dripped in off. You've got to blindfold yourself.
We've got another highlight, gentlemen.
Yeah, here's Rhoda making a nice play over here. Mano pulls around, lets go a terrific shot and hits the post.
Can we freeze it there? Can we freeze it there? Just back it up a bit, fellas. Butler's the guy fast asleep here. Look at him in this slot, and number 16 goes in and picks it up. Young Danny Gare. Now, if Rhoda if Butler had gone to the net or just moved, I'm quite sure that he might have been there picking up the puck and putting it in a wide open net.
Well, if Gare was at the other end, he'd have done that, and that's the difference between a good offensive right winger and a defensive right winger.
55 goals and 15.
Yeah, here's Van Boxmeer on the goal. Shoots it in. Gare comes up with it off the boards. And where is Martin? Same place he was last night, right in front of that net, ready to pick.
I got to fault Bromley on that if we haven't got enough time, because there's no way a shot from that angle should come out in front. It had to go in the corner.
Gentlemen, we just run out of time. I will tell you this, that the Vancouver Canucks are trailing the Buffalo Sabres 1-0 after one period of play. We'll return with the Stanley Cup playoffs in just a moment.
Look at the second period as you get a view from the south end of Vancouver's Pacific Coliseum. The only goal scored by Rick Martin, his fourth of the series. The assists were to Gare and Van Boxmeer on a power play. As you look at Darcy Rhoda, the number 18 on his helmet, there's the referee, Ron Hogarth, 32 years old today. Probably you feel about 42 after working this tension-packed game tonight, but he's kept very tight control of things. Teams at full strength. Barry Bromley in goal for Vancouver, tipping the puck behind the net to Mano. Bob Sauvé's in goal for Buffalo. And the Sabres have that 1-0 lead as Gare goes in to check Mano. Mano gets loose along the boards. Gare keeps after him. McKegney digging out the rolling puck. Smith goes to it back of the net, banks it around on the boards. Finally comes out. Butler hustling after it. Schoenfeld whacked at the puck. Intercepted. Folder right in on goal. His shot hit Sauvé in the chest. It came high as Sauvé was hit, and now Gare and Butler mix it up in front of the net. Schoenfeld is knocked down. Rhoda's in the middle of it. Hogarth's going to throw somebody at the penalty box.
A big Schoenfeld gets in there to try and even things off.
Gare and Rhoda had something going earlier, and they want to get it going again. The shot by Bolderev, I don't think Sauvé saw it. It hit him high. It seemed to shake him up a bit, but he stopped the puck.
Harold stepped in very quickly as the Vancouver policeman, as they like to call it in this game. Gare's gone to the penalty box.
He does an awful lot for this Buffalo team, and he'll scrap for them, too. From the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, this is Stanley Cup 80.
Things go better when you and Coke get together.
Things like a summer job.
Everybody's looking.
Being high and dry.
Hey, I need some first.
After a good day.
Closing time.
Working off the thirst.
Coca-Cola.
This all started as a result of a good try by Bolderev. Sauvé seemed to lose sight of the puck. And then the two BC boys, that one, Danny Gare, the captain of the Sabres, and number 18, Darcy Rhoda, who's also gone to the penalty box for Vancouver, get their second coincidental minors. Second time they've shaken it up.
As you hear the announcement on the penalties, roughing the call. At 38 seconds of the second period, and after every stoppage, there's a little extra there. There's Richie Dunn from Boston, Massachusetts. Signed as a free agent, has come along in the Buffalo defense. In the last minute of the first period, you saw him limp off when he took a hard shot by Stan Smeal, but obviously he's okay, back in action. Strong young defenseman. Sabres go with 6 defensemen. They all get ice time. They all get rid of that puck in a hurry, move it well. Played exceptional hockey this season. And, man, you just saw the key part of it. Richie Dunn, he's a tough kid, too. That's Dunn with the puck. Moving in on Bob Mano. Craig Ramsey joins him, takes the pass. Ramsey couldn't control the puck. Bumps with Mano. The puck came loose to Luce. He's hooked by Bolderev. Puck came around in the board. Butler left early, didn't pick it up. Now Mano goes to the corner after the puck. Behind the net to Sneps. Luce goes in to check him. Puck went loose to Mano. The score is 1-0 Buffalo. Early in the second period, the teams are 5 aside. Mano from behind the net. Luce forechecking well. He's one of the best in the league at it. Now Sneps to Mano. Good skating young defenseman. Scored a spectacular goal last night. To Sneps. Shooting it high. Missed the target. With Mano going to the front of the net there, they wanted that shot on goal. Give Mano a chance at a rebound. There wasn't one. Richie Dunn turning away from Ivan Bolderev. Bill Height. Steady defenseman from Radisson, Saskatchewan. Now Rick Sealing with the puck. Putting it in the Vancouver zone. John Hughes hustling to it back of Bromley. 2 minutes gone. Second period, it's 1-0 Buffalo. 34 seconds left. The penalties to Gare and Rhoda, who've had something going since the game started. Gradine along the boards, trying to dig out the puck. It's covered up in skates, and the play stops.
We asked Bob Mano before this game if he felt playoff pressure.
Well, you get the feel a little bit around here. Our backs are against the wall to win, but I don't think we have as much pressure on us as the teams that have finished way up in the standings above us.
Voice of Bob Mano.
Perreault and Gradine on the face-off. Sabres wind up in possession as Schoenfeld feeds it to Rick Sealing. Moving in on Kevin McCarthy. Perreault dangerously trailing the play, but the puck didn't get through to him. This is Gradine shooting it in. Easily handled by Sauvé. There's nothing much happen on that potential 3-on-2. Sauvé comes out of the net. Smeal runs at him and bumps him. Puck came around on the boards. This is Perreault. He's got a lot of moves. Moving in on McCarthy. Took a shot. Easily handled by Bromley. McCarthy took Perreault to the inboard. They rough it up a bit. Puck intercepted by Hughes. Failed to get it to Rhoda, who just came out of the penalty box with Gare. Schoenfeld puts it off the boards. Hughes scoops it into Buffalo territory. Icing indicated. Schoenfeld gets to the puck. Icing called on Vancouver. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Vancouver.
You've got your sunrise. You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites. You, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails. You, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights. You, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson. A way of life for over 50 years.
Face off in Vancouver territory to Bromley's left. Number 19, Derek Smith against Vancouver's number 16, Ole Brassard. But Lupul moved offside, so did Ashton. The 2 rookies out there for Vancouver. Sabres win the draw. Playfair from the point. A wrist shot. Oh, just picked off the far side of the post. Puck is put back over the glass. Onside, says the linesman. Here's a chance for McKechnie. Bromley made the save, and a lot of people thought that play had gone offside. Swede Knox is onside. Battle for the puck in the corner as it slides out to center ice. Buffalo's outshot Vancouver 12-9 so far in the game. Lead 1-0. This is Brent Ashton to Brassard. For Ashton. Oh, it's just wide as he was going to the front of the net. Battle back of the goal. Ashton getting the puck out of his feet. Now to Brassard. A backhander went wide. Ashton hustles to the puck again. Off the boards for Brassard. Slides it back behind the net for Ashton. Couldn't pick it up. Brassard in the corner. Bumped by Mike Ramsey. Lupul joins them. Puck left loose. Gare covering it up. He'll get a face-off.
Good pressure there by those young Vancouver Canucks, Howie. Ashton stirring things up in there, along with little Lupo. He looks about 12 years old, this youngster from Powell River, British Columbia. But stirs things up, and Ashton probably had his best shift right there at this game.
Both these youngsters played extremely well last night, and it speaks for good things to happen to the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, next year they're still babes in arms, and little Gary Lupo, when he adds a half step to his speed going through center, is going to be not a good hockey player, but a very, very good hockey player.
Perreault and Bolderev on that face-off. The Sabres getting possession. Van Boxmeer from behind the net cleared it to center. The Vancouver defense, Mano has the puck. The other one is 27 Snep. Up front, Bolderev number 9 between Rhoda 18 and Butler 17. Van Boxmeer checked by Rhoda. Rhoda playing with a lot of enthusiasm tonight. And he was quite a verbal target of Scotty Bowman during the game last night from the bench, apparently. Another sidelight to the controversy surrounding these weekend games in Vancouver. Darcy Rhoda, 3-on-2 with Butler and Smith. Smith takes the pass, drops it to Rhoda. He shoots. Sauvé made a fine save. Smith in front. Sauvé's not going to get it. Darcy Rhoda scores on a rebound. It's 1-all.
Well, you can almost feel that goal coming. The shift before, when the two kids put on tremendous pressure, I think they just shamed some of the older guys into saying, hey, look at those two little guys go. They're playing with enthusiasm. They're playing like, hey, they believe that they can win and we can win, and that's just what the next shift did. Went out, and Rhoda comes in, picks up the rebound there. There's the shot by Rhoda. Now watch Van Boxmeer stand around and not even try to pick up Rhoda. He plays the puck, and when you play the puck in front of your net in this game, the red light usually goes on.
Bolderev and Smith get the assist on the goal. It's 4:42. It's 1-all. Smeal racing after the puck with Richie Dunn. Dunn takes a whack at it. It goes off Smeal into the crowd.
Very big goal for Vancouver, Howie, because one thing they didn't want to let Buffalo do again was get up a couple of goals on them. And that's a terrifically important goal coming this early in this second period, 1-1.
We can't say enough about the work of Harold Smith, both on defense and at that time on offense as well. He knew that Bolderev was coming in on the far wing. He got the puck over to him and then hung tight to take a man out in front of the crease.
And that's the first goal Vancouver has scored on Bob Sauvé. 84 minutes and 42 seconds before they beat him. Kurt Fraser with the puck. Tied up by Richie Dunn. Green to Smeal. Try to get it to the point. It's blocked. Loose. Hit by Smeal. The puck went around in the corner to Craig Ramsey. Fraser moves to him. Didn't bump him very hard, but he did bump him. The puck is cleared to center ice. Hughes to McCarthy, but they're offside. This is Stanley Cup 80 from Vancouver.
Why don't we discuss it over a beer?
You gotta have heart. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Miles of heart. If you're gonna brew a beer with great taste, there's only one place to start. Molson Light has got heart. It's got heart. Molson Light has got heart.
Join the movement to light.
Ted Reynolds along with Howie Meeker and Jim Robson in the booth at the Pacific Coliseum. We're at Buffalo 1, Vancouver 1, 14:30 left, second period.
Don Luce winning a face-off, as he often does. The Sabres clearing the puck out, but it went over the glass and out of play. At this time, I'd like to pass along a special hello to all hospital patients and shut-ins, those who can't get out to hockey games. Hope you're enjoying our Hockey Night in Canada telecast. And in that regard, I think we'll include a hello to Roger Doucette in Montreal and wish him a speedy recovery. Kevin McCarthy, who's been playing exceptional hockey, and he has a hairline fracture in his foot, suffered late in the regular season, may have to have a cast put on that foot after the season is over. And he hopes, of course, the season continues for some time. He's played very well. A hard hit by Schmiel in the corner on height, but the Sabres come out as Richie Dunn carries the puck. At the line for Craig Ramsey. Moving in, getting in close. Takes a shot. Brownlee stops it. Rebound cleared away. There's been a penalty in front of the net. And whoever was hit in front is injured and down on the ice. It may be Craig Ramsey. We'll wait to make sure. There's a punch thrown by Schmiel. And you see the tempers flaring. And there's a lot of feeling.
Schmiel and Height had something going behind the play following it up, Jim. And then it was Gare, I think, and he's been in on everything that's happened, the captain of this Buffalo club tonight. The penalty was called as the Buffalo player went down in front of the Vancouver net.
Well, with the score, the Canucks won, the Sabres won. This is Stanley Cup 80.
If you drive a pickup or a van, you probably saw this newspaper ad. It says Ford, #1 in fuel economy ratings, 6 in V8, #1 for all North American-built pickups and vans. The best pickup, the best van, based on Transport Canada-approved test methods. You know, these tough Ford trucks have been the best-selling pickups and vans in Canada for a long time now. And with their ratings and today's gas prices, they'll be even more popular. See them all at a Ford or Mercury dealer.
Well, Craig Ramsey, number 10, is the player who's injured on the play. That's Schmiel hauling him down there. That's Gare, the captain of the team. And right after that, Gare and Schmiel slashed at each other. So there they are, Schmiel in the penalty box for 2. And Danny Gare is back in again, and he spent a great deal of this game in the penalty box. All of the minors, mind you, but he's been very much involved.
Schmiel getting a double minor and Gare a single minor.
The way Schmiel stuck at the Ramsey there, you'd think during the summertime he's done some work on the farm. I'll tell you, he just put that stick under his arm and threw it up, load of hay up at the old hay wagon, just like it didn't weigh a pound. Strong youngster.
Face-off coming up in Vancouver territory. Gare getting a single minor. Buffalo's got 12 minutes in the game now. Vancouver has 16 with that double minor to Stan Schmiel. Of course, at this stage, the teams are 5 aside. Schmiel's penalties are for slashing and roughing. Gare for roughing. This is Perreault. Bromley stopped him. Perreault from behind the net, centering it. Oh, it was almost tipped in by Andre Savard. Number 12 for Buffalo, seeing limited ice time. First game in the series for him. The former Boston Bruin from Temiskaming, Quebec. This is Ole Brasser. Weaving back towards his own line. To Mano. To Lupo. He has a good shot. Didn't get a good shot away, though. It went high. Sauvé covers up the puck. It's going to be a penalty. Hauling down Lupo. Now Vancouver will have the man advantage, 5 against 4.
Well, there's another penalty, and that evens things up. Looks like Jim Schoenfeld is getting the call here for hauling, although Van Boxmeer was in on it, but I think he called Schoenfeld. Could have called either one of them, I guess, really. That evens it up, although it's not quite even yet because Schmiel has got a double minor, but he's the only Canuck in the penalty box, so now there are 2 Buffaloes.
Lupo with his hustle had the puck. He's being challenged by 2 defensemen. He just shot it in and then took off for the rebound. And the hooking incident, just as it happened, I looked down at Scotty Bowman. He shook his head, put his hand over his forehead, and headed for the ice bucket. I would imagine he was wishing there was something better in that bucket tonight.
I tell you, Scotty leads the league in ice bucket, I'll tell you that. There's Ron Hogarth working hard to keep control of things here. Of course, Scotty Bowman is recognized, I think, as the best coach in the game, and his percentage is the finest of any coach. He's a long record in the NHL. He's second in the NHL history in wins behind Dick Irvin, but he's gaining on that total, too. McCarthy couldn't keep it onside. Mano racing to get to the puck just ahead of Craig Ramsey. Mano chased by Ramsey. Mano rounded the boards to McCarthy. Now to Chris Odlison. Bolderup coming out with him. Tipped the puck in, goes after it. Slowed up, couldn't get to the puck. Craig Ramsey clears it up. The score is 1-all. We just passed the 7-minute mark of the second period. There's 44 seconds left in Gare's minor. Right now, the Canucks with an edge in manpower as Ivan Bolderev wheels into Sabre territory. There's Mano in the slot. Didn't get him the puck. McCarthy does. Mano to McCarthy. To Bolderev. They're not getting shot. A shot blocked by Sauvé, standing up well. Bolderev to McCarthy. A shot. Missed the net. Sauvé controlling the puck. Scoops it down the ice, and he looks so cool doing it. Goaltender to goaltender. Sauvé scoops it down to Bromley. 8 seconds left in Gare's penalty. Kevin McCarthy turning with the puck. It's a 1-all tie. Vancouver battling for survival as you see Gare come back on the ice. Thomas Verdeen coming in on goal. Passes to Mano. He shoots. It's blocked. Lindgren gets the puck. Going for the net. Backhander. Oh, missed the net. Mano at the left point. Over to Lindgren. Passes to Bolderev. Bolderev winding up. Centering it. Oh, Mano going for the net. Just missed it. Checked in by Lindgren. To Mano. Over for Verdeen and went to the corner. Verdeen, a move away from Heighton, stays with him and knocks him down. Craig Ramsey gets the puck, steers it ahead to Danny Gare. Gare coming in on Lindgren, one-on-one. Gare's shot deflects off Lindgren wide. Mano turning in his own zone. There's Schoenfeld coming on. So now it's Buffalo with the man advantage. As the second minor to Smeal is in effect. Lars Lindgren shooting. Good stop by Sauvé, covering up the puck.
Well, that Lars Lindgren has added quite a bit to the Vancouver Canucks defense. He was injured, had a bad wrist in the first 2 games of this series. He came back and played exceptionally well last night, and he's much better tonight. He handles the puck well, skates with it, and lately has learned how to clean house in front of the net. The Swede is going to be a very, very good, solid defenseman.
Other games played in the playoffs tonight. Pittsburgh leading Boston by 1-0. It surprised Boston, you'll recall, in the first game of that series. And the New York Rangers, it is, the New York team, ahead of the Atlanta Flames. There's so many teams in New York City, I get confused, but the Islanders are out in Los Angeles.
Right, the Rangers with that 3-1 lead in that game, of course, lead the series 2-1. The Islanders play in Los Angeles later, and the Islanders have a 2-1 lead in that series. There will be a Boston-Pittsburgh game on Sunday night. There might be some hockey Monday night in a few cities. We don't know right now. The next round starts Wednesday. Harold Snett shoots. Missed the net. Does miss the puck. It bounces in front of the net as he was knocked down at the side of the goal by Odlinson. Out come the Sabres. This is Perreault moving in on Snett. Rick Sealing trailing. Perreault going for the net. Controlling the puck in the corner. Buffalo with a man advantage. Sealing at the point for Perreault on the board. Put it to the end boards for Derek Smith. To Perreault. Martin's waiting in the slot. Sealing with the puck. To Perreault. Back to Sealing. Left point to Dunn. A shot. Blocked in front. Bromley's got the puck.
Well, that Bromley was really mentally sharp while the Buffalo Sabres were passing the puck around, tic-tac-toeing it with pretty good speed. Bromley stayed on his feet, and despite the fact that he was being, you can see here, the holding in front of the net, his concentration was excellent. When the shot was finally made, he's on his feet and come up with the puck.
McCarthy was tying up Smith there right in front of the net. There's 29 seconds left in the second minor to Smeal.
Certainly, I don't think we can say enough about Kevin McCarthy, who's going off the ice. The fellow that's right there now, Harold Snett. As he goes, as they both go, so go the Vancouver Canuck hockey team, and they have played exceptionally well in this series with Buffalo.
I think the only rest old Schneps is getting is when he gets a penalty. He's on that ice almost all the time.
Face off in Canuck territory. The Sabres lead, and the Canucks and the Sabres are tied, rather, but the Sabres lead the series, of course, 2-1. This game is 1-1, and the puck was cleared out. Van Boxmeer, nice pass through to Rick Martin. He's got the big shot. Didn't get a chance to get it away as Brassler knocked the puck down and got it out. Vancouver's penalty killing throughout the season was a disappointing 16th in the league, but it did come on late in the season to play well. And the Canucks had to go through the last 2 games with wins. Van Boxmeer shoots. Bromley stopped it. Puck loose at the side of the net. Smeal's back on the ice. In the Vancouver zone, Odlinson goes to the puck, knocks it off the boards and down the ice. It'll be icing as Vancouver's back at full strength now. Brian Boxmeer getting the puck. The icing call is made.
9 minutes, 52 seconds left now. Buffalo scored first in this game. Vancouver has tied it here in the second. Nothing like last night's game when Vancouver ran up a 5-1 lead and then hung on grimly. Had a couple of goals scored very late in the third period. Finally won at 5-4 to force this game here tonight.
Brett Ashton, 19 years old, from Saskatoon.
And has played very well.
And there's another fine young player who served 3 years in the minors before he gets a good chance to play with the Sabres, and he's playing exceptionally well on a big line with McKechnie and Gare. Shot by Mike Ramsey, went out the heel of the stick. McKechnie shoots, Bromley got a piece of that shot, and it was a labeled hard shot by McKechnie. This has been a very good line for Buffalo this year. 8 is McKechnie, 18 is Gare, 19 is Smith. In goes Ashton to Lupel. Lupel tripped up. Play goes on. Puck is played in by Brasser along the boards. Hughes goes to, or Logan going to the puck at center. Oh, a hard hit by Gare. He got an elbow into the face of Lupel, and the Canucks bench reacts. And Gare is doing everything out there tonight. He's the man in the center of the action for the Buffalo Sabres. Big Larry Playfair, and Lupel bumped into him and bounces to the ice. Dave Logan with the puck. Dumps it in Buffalo territory. Mike Ramsey chasing it. The young man from Minnesota. From behind the goal. He likes to rush with the puck. He might get a chance right here. Will they give it back to him? He's moving. So's Derek Smith. To Gare. Shot went wide. Berdine after that puck. Steered it ahead to Dave Logan. Got it to center. Hopped over Lupel's stick. Shot back in the Canuck zone. 8:43 left in the second period. It's a 1-1 tie, and it's a good one. Kurt Fraser in on Bill Height. Height breaks up the play, dumps the puck out. There's no icing. Back forward. Don Hughes. Tiger Williams not in the Canuck lineup. Suspended for a game for the incident involving Scotty Bowman at the bench early in last night's game. Dudley puts it in the corner for Luce. Went to the end boards. Craig Ramsey lost it. Dudley tied up by, or rather it was Luce tied up by Lars Lindgren. Here's a good pass in front of backhander went off Bromley. Dudley from behind the net. Tried to jam it in front. Went around to the board. Fraser digging it out. Played it back in the corner. Hughes ices it. A race for the puck. Dunn and Schmiel. Oh, a good effort by both of them, and Dunn won the race.
Whew. I'll tell you something else. I'm quite surprised that Sauvé didn't come in and steal that puck.
Stanley Cup 80 will continue in a moment.
It's for people like you, people who do what you want at Canadian Tire. Anything you want to.
This summer, you want your car in perfect condition, so get it fixed up now at Canadian Tire. Whether you do it or we do it for you, we have the things you need and the prices you're looking for.
It's for people like you, people who do Canadian Tire.
Terrific pressure again around Bromley. Lost his balance a little bit on that one, but managed to kick it out, and there was no rebound.
7:54 left in the second period. The score is 1-1. Play in the Vancouver zone. McCarthy put it around on the boards as he's hit high back of the net by Lindy Ruff, who's on the ice for the first time for Buffalo. He's number 22, and that's Ruff with the puck. From Warburg, Alberta. Played junior in Lethbridge. He's another 19-year-old. The underage draft. Ivan Baldwin, 2-on-1 with Butler. Butler winding up. He shoots. Sauvé picked it out and covers up the puck. Another big save by Sauvé. And again, there's a little extra activity with Darcy Roto right there in the middle of it.
Well, I have to think that the young Sauvé playing goal for Buffalo is the most entertaining goalie in the league. Now, having said that, he looks and analyzes, and that brain of his reacts quicker than anybody else. When the shooter runs out of options like Butler did there, he just attacked that puck carrier like he shot out of a cannon. Stayed solid. No way in the world he had room in the short side. No way in the world it was going to go between his legs. It had to go in off the post. That's how you play this game of goal. And I would say at this point in time, he's as good as anybody in the league, if not the best.
Goals against average on the season was 2-3-6, as you see. And he's only given up one goal in the playoffs this year. On the face-off, the puck is steered out to center. There's a race for it. as Dudley shadows McCarthy, who got the puck across to John Hughes. Hughes slapping it in. Came off the end boards, and Sauvé steers it to Playfair. It went high off the boards and into Vancouver territory. Now another race for the puck. So Bromley comes out to play it. Well, there'll be no icing. He had to play the puck. Hughes couldn't catch up with it. Dudley with the puck. Tried to center it. It hit Hughes. And it's controlled by Ivan Bolderin. One of the many National Leaguers out of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Bolderin to Rhoda. Rink wide for Butler. Went off the glove of Mike Ramsey. Ramsey going at McCarthy with her elbows up. Puck came to center ice. Ramsey winds up. Slaps it in around on the boards. Bromley stopped it back of the net. Sealing hustling after it. Bromley had to scoop it to the boards. Rhoda back to Hughes, who banged on it, but recovered it. Got it to Darcy Rhoda. The Butler coming in with Bolderev. The defense is back. Butler tried to get it to Bolderev, and the play was broken up as Schoenfeld took Butler out of the play. Rick Martin with Perreault, two of the best. To Perreault, and he just missed the quick pass. Snip to Lupo. Dumped the puck out. Not dressed for Vancouver tonight are Dennis Kearns and the suspended Tiger Williams, and two injured players, Jerry Gillis and Rick Blight. They've been out a lot late in the season with injuries. And two key forwards in the Vancouver roster. Sabres have had an excellent year as far as injuries are concerned. They had 8 players play the full 80 games. Snets with the puck. Now to Mano. It's 1-1 as Mano flips the puck in. Sauvé caught it. Leaves it. That's Rick Martin losing it. Recovered in front. Loose puck steered to the board. Sealing. Had his pass blocked by Rolly Brasser. The former Minnesota North Star dumping the puck in. Sauvé controlling it for Van Buxmere. Checked by Ashton. Martin turning with the puck. Off the boards, out of the reach of Sealing. Driven right back in by Fraser. Hey, the tension will build up if they stay in this tight kind of hockey game right through it. It's 1-1 with 5:08 left in the second period. Schoenfeld rushing. Putting on a move. Puts it in front. Bromley makes a big save on Perreault. As Perreault couldn't get the puck up high, and it's still 1-1.
Great play by Schoenfeld, setting up Perreault, who fortunately for Bromley was in too close to really make a play. Bromley stood his ground. That's all he could do.
Well, Bromley read the play. I think he knew the pass from Schoenfeld was going on a Perreault's stick right in front of him. Now watch this. Watch Bromley. Just as the pass comes, he did the only thing he could do. Get down, say a little prayer that it's not going to go under me. If it goes over top of me, it's going to go over top of the net. Another great save, and this youngster's proving at age. Maybe he can play 2 good ones in a row.
He did a great job for Vancouver down the stretch late in the season. His season record was 8 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties. Tight with a shot. Oh, just kicked away by Bromley. He was going for the far corner. Battle for the puck on the boards. Craig Ramsey picking it up in the corner. He's tackled by Odlison. Covered up along the boards as the play is stopped. That was the right description, me son. Tackled by Odlison. From the Pacific Coliseum, the Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 4.
What's it take to brew a great light beer?
The movement to light.
At the Pacific Coliseum, looking at the Buffalo bench, I'm Ted Reynolds with Howie Meeker and Jim Robson.
And that is Chris Odlison, who, by the way, is playing on his option year. The contract expires at the end of this season. Formerly with Oakland and Boston, and a steady performer in Vancouver. Fraser couldn't pick up the puck along the boards. Height goes to it on the boards. Beaten to it by Odlison. Got it to Kurt Fraser. Didn't get it out. Ramsey picks it up. Now to Luce, centering it. Oh, Bromley sprawled and steered away from right in front as it almost bounced off Gare in front of the net. Well, you see Scotty Bowman doing some line juggling now. He's got Gare out with Luce and Ramsey. They, of course, in the past have played together a lot. Logan throws a check on Luce. The referee gets the worst of it. For some reason, the crowd cheers as Hogarth was bounced around, but he bounces up. Puck is shot into Sabre territory. Kurt Fraser after it in the corner. Bill Height takes him out, and they cover up the puck to stop the play.
That height, no matter how excited anybody else gets, he just does his job almost rhythmically. Here's that play in front of the net again, and Bromley sprawling out, and the fellow who was stirring it all up once more, Danny Gare.
I just don't think he's playing good hockey. You two fellows are raving about the guy. He gets his goals by going up and down the wing and playing his position and shooting the puck. He hasn't done that in this series. I think he's given the puck away more in this series than any other guy wearing a Buffalo uniform.
I think Gare's trying to do everything for his team tonight. That's one of the reasons why he maybe is wandering a bit. He had 5 shots on goal in the first period.
You could have stopped 4. He gets 5 shots and he's really shooting. He'll put them in. I'm just giving it to you, Jim.
Well, he's done an awful lot for that Buffalo team, hasn't he?
Not a thing in this playoffs. Not a thing. I have to agree with you, though. He's a heck of a hockey player, and I think this is one of the reasons the score is 1-1 now, mainly because Gare hasn't got that goal that he usually gets.
Well, he might before this one's over.
I wouldn't doubt it.
4 minutes left, second period. 1-all tie. Dudley moving in on Hughes. Dudley cutting for the net. Sweeps the puck around to the corner. Keeps after it. Hughes stays with him. Good collision there. A little extra push by Dudley after they bumped together. McCarthy on the boards for Rhoda, sweeping it out. Dudley with the puck. He's out there with Lindy Ruff and Andre Savard as Scotty Bowman has come up with a 4th line now, double shifting Dudley. Playfair flipped it high, knocked out of the air by a high stick, so this will stop the play. McCarthy picked it out of the air with a stick over the shoulder. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver.
All of these oils are good oils. All of them meet or exceed SE standards. We think our oil is better. Here's why. In an industry standard test, ours was the only one of these oils that had no permanent viscosity breakdown, no permanent thinning out at all. Our oil, new Castrol GTX 10W30. In the final analysis, it doesn't break down.
I'm sitting with the owner, Mr. Hughes, of the Vancouver Canucks, and they said between periods he's doing the club more good sitting there than he did out in the ice.
Tiger Williams, that little scar on his face was picked up last night courtesy of Jim Schoenfeld. The man sitting with Tiger Williams is Frank Griffiths, the owner of the Vancouver Canucks. So Tiger gets to sit with the boss tonight. Bob Mano with the puck. Off the boards to center ice. Scooped right back in by Jim Schoenfeld. Mano goes to the puck, chased back of the goal by McKechnie. Mano band on it, but it slides to Brassard. Snep bringing it out on the boards. Moving in with Lupul. Lupul takes the pass, took a shot that hit Schoenfeld. John Van Boxmeer bumped back of the net by Ashton. A solid hit. This Ashton kid, he got a lot of good quality. Brassard working hard, but the puck came out. Lupul back to Snep. Crowd reacts as Lupul was bounced around by Stealing. McKechnie turning with the puck, making moves. McKechnie in on Snep. Shooting it wide. Schoenfeld tapped it to the corner. Smith tried to center it for McKechnie in front. It's blocked. Now it's grabbed and covered up in the corner as McKechnie, or Smith it is, down on the ice, grabs the puck. Stop the play.
You stay with Bob Mano, number 22, and I hope for this youngster's sake that he improves his game in a hurry. I don't know why, but everyone out here thinks that he should have developed faster than he has. He should be a first-class defenseman now. He's the possessor of as good a pair of wheels as anybody's in the league, and one day in the not-too-distant future, he's going to be a very good hockey player, but gee, everywhere you go around this place here, they think he's just a terrible hockey player, and I hate to see that. He's still a baby.
Oh, no, Howie,
someday.
They don't say he's a terrible hockey player. They said he's prone to make errors, like a lot of young defensemen are.
You two keep at it now.
That's the accurate way now, Howie. He's prone to make errors. But he has the great wheels, and he scored a spectacular goal last night, the first one of the game. And he's playing well tonight. 2:10. Left in the second period, the crowd reacted. Godin was hauled down by Height. They go to the ice again. Play going on in the Vancouver zone. The puck is cleared off the boards to Smeal. Smeal, poor Godin, can't reach the pass as he was turning. Height back to get the puck. Godin goes in after him, slowed him up a bit, ties him up near the corner, but he got the puck around on the boards to Craig Ramsey. This is Gare with the puck, shooting it in. Bromley caught it, gives it to Dave Logan. Puts it off the boards to center ice. Blocked by Playfair, put it back in offside.
There's what I mean. Gare 2-on-2 with a trailer, and he shoots the puck from center ice. That's not the Danny Gare that I watched get 56 goals this year.
Well, you two haven't settled anything on Mano. You haven't settled anything on Gare. I think both goaltenders are playing brilliantly. Anybody want to argue with me?
Not a soul. Coast to coast.
And
well,
I
that
think
fella sure is.
I think the big surprise out here this evening is Brasser, Ashton, and Lupul, two kids of the fellow Brasser center who really tiptoed through the tulips. And if anything, that's the line that's sparking this club, and it has all the other guys. And there's Logan and Hughes and McCarthy and Snepp taking the man, and they have this Buffalo club looking over their shoulder, and I didn't think you could do that.
Adelsson and Savard facing off in the Vancouver zone in a 1-1 tie late in the second period. Perreault is out there double shifting on right wing with Savard at center, and Adelsson and Savard are having quite a verbal exchange. Now they'll line up beside each other so they can talk it over at close range. And they do a little pushing on the face-off. Brassard battling with Perreault on the face-off. Puck went into the circle. Perreault trying to dig it out. It's steered to the corner by McCarthy. Perreault goes in with him. Perreault kicked it loose. Dug out by Ole Brassard. Flipped it out off the boards. Adelsson racing after it. Pokes it in the Buffalo zone. Schoenfeld and Butler go after it. Schoenfeld steering it around on the boards. Van Boxmeer. Perreault or Savard trying to get room to skate. Now Rick Martin in on McCarthy. Taking him to the side. Martin trying to center it. Still loose in the Vancouver zone. Brassard by himself at center. Joined by Butler. Brassard making moves. Flipped the shot and a good save by Sauvé on a tricky wrist shot by Brassard. 52 seconds left. Second period, a 1-1 tie. Rick Martin, who has scored the Buffalo goal, to Savard. Centering it. Steered to Butler. Butler fought off Martin's check. Jerry Butler from Sarnia, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, also played with the Blues and the Rangers, shooting the puck in the Buffalo zone. Canucks make a full change. 30 seconds left in the period. This is Van Boxmeer streaking in. The shot deflects off Snepp. Snepp winds up with the puck on the end boards, fighting it a bit. Got it to Bob Mano. On the right boards to Smeal. 15 seconds left in the period as Height intercepts the pass. Put the puck in the Vancouver zone. Craig Ramsey in after it, beaten to the puck by Mano. And you see those great wheels that Howie's talking about as Mano easily just pounced on that puck. Roto shoots it in wide as the buzzer goes to end a good second period. Nothing decided yet. In that period, Vancouver outshot Buffalo 10-9 through two periods. Sauvé, as you see him skating off, has faced 17 Vancouver shots, and Gary Bromley has faced 20 Buffalo shots in a good playoff hockey game in Vancouver tonight. There's Harry Neal and his Canucks going to the dressing room. There's young Brett Ashton, Bromley, Ivan Boldarev, Kurt Fraser. So the score after two periods, Buffalo 1, Vancouver 1.
When it comes to fuel economy ratings for North American built cars, Ford is #1 in more ways than one.
Mustang.
And Capri.
The #1 six-cylinder sports cars.
Rated over 30 miles per gallon.
Fairmont.
And Zephyr.
The #1 midsize cars and wagons.
With six-cylinder manual powertrain. Also rated over 30 miles per gallon.
Better than Volare.
And Malibu and Le Mans wagons.